What is up, everybody? Hold on. Hello, everyone. Welcome on into baseball right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean. Today, we are going to continue our three-game set against the Texas Rangers. Lost a heartbreaker yesterday. Fell behind 3 runs in the first inning. We battled back, got solo home runs from Ketel Marte and Kyle Lewis. 2 of them from Kyle Lewis, in fact. But gave up a home run late in the game that propelled it into extra innings and just couldn't get out of it. When I gave up the home run in the top of the 8th inning, I felt like I was going to lose the game. Probably not a great way to feel by making one single mistake, but we had the home run by Kyle Lewis in the first inning to kind of cut that deficit down a little bit. We had a big 3-run 6th inning. Nothing else really happened throughout that game, and I wasn't doing a good job at adjusting or changing what I was doing. So I act like I do that in some games. I think sometimes I just get a little bit luckier than others, but we'll see what happens today. Dane Dunning is on the mound for the Texas Rangers, 8-11 with a 4.52 ERA, taking on Marco Gonzalez, 15-5 with a 3 even ERA. The Mariners 91-66, the Texas Rangers 67-90. We hold a 1.5 game lead over the Astros. The Astros play the Diamondbacks today in a short 2-game set, and then they have a day off tomorrow, and we play tomorrow. So it's kind of interesting here. If we get swept, which I don't think will happen, it'd be a true shame if it did happen. If we lose these next 2 games, we'll be locked at we'll be even. If they win and we lose 2, we'll be even going into the final 3-game set of the season, and it would basically just be whoever performs the best gets the American League West pennant, and whoever performs worst gets the wild card. Oh, well, you know what? Never mind. We're not even going to look at it. We're just going to push on forward. I forget that it simulates it. I was going to take a quick look at the National League wild card, which seemed kind of interesting yesterday, but we'll have to take a peek at that later on today, because when you hit play game, it automatically simulates all of the other stuff, so we would know kind of how things continue, or how things transpired throughout the rest of the league, so we won't worry about that right now. All right, we have a right-handed pitcher that we're facing off against. Alberto Rodriguez has just delectable speed, and I want to use that to my advantage, so I want to put him there. I want Jp Crawford with Lewis. I want Toro with Marte. Actually, those 2 can just kind of hang out there. Toro I usually put here. Ke'Bryan Hayes is in an all right spot. Is there anybody else I want to sub in? Tapia, Cal Raleigh, Evan White. I did make what I thought was a pretty good substitution yesterday that I just don't think worked out quite as well as I wanted it to, but at least gave myself an advantageous at bat. If you like this kind of content, baseball every single day, 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel, so be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, that way you're notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching. Welcome on in. Game number 158. So we're getting really close.
The Texas Rangers taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next.
Bow, 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 bow.
Just about set to go.
Marco Gonzalez on the mound today. 31 starts, has that 15-5 record I mentioned earlier, along with that 3.0 ERA. 201 innings pitched, 223 hits and 4 walks. That's a 1.13 whip, and then a number of strikeouts. We're not dominating in the strikeout department like we were, especially early in last season. But because I started at a higher difficulty, we aren't quite overpowering these batters. We really racked up a lot of strikeouts at the beginning of last season.
And the 0-1. That one the other way, and that's a base hit. Man aboard,
with the difficulty in a much lower state. Batting difficulty drove up in the last game. We'll see how that affects us today. Beautiful 12-6 curve in there for strike number 1. Pretty rough loss yesterday. We drove it into extra innings, but wasn't obviously wasn't anything we could really do. There we go.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Goes to second, safe there.
Yeah, that was a bad decision on my part. If you go back to yesterday's game, we got a bad bunt. A bad bunt when it went poorly for us defensively, and that was kind of... Whew. Kind of felt like the tipping point. Put together some good innings after that.
Ground ball, double play, strikeout. That could get the inning back under control on the mound.
The 0-1. There's the strike.
Gave up a 2-run home run to Corey Seager yesterday. Doing a better job of pitching to him today, as in not everything is just a fastball.
The pitch. Bounce to the right side, and he picks it up, and he'll put it in his pocket. Here's the 0-2. A foul ball, he stays alive. No outs, runners at first and second. Swings through that.
Okay, big strikeout there on Seager, who I got bitten by yesterday. Cole Calhoun's the other guy we got to take, or not take advantage, keep an eye on throughout this game. He torched us yesterday, 4 for 5. And he just did whatever. Drove in 3 runs. A couple of doubles.
It's 1-1. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. And
there we go. Okay. Made a mistake on the small ball hit, obviously, through to the wrong base. Because I forget how long it takes, especially the pitchers, to like get the wind up and get it to the base. So, made a mistake there, but I was able to wiggle my way out of it. That's what I want to see. That's the stuff I want to see.
Bottom of the first.
Wiggle it. Dane Dunning, 31 starts with an 8-11 record, a 4.52 ERA, 163.1 innings with 185 hits given up, 61 walks is a 1.51 WHIP, 121 strikeouts.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now for Seattle, Alberto Rodriguez.
Scores scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. We're in the veteran batting difficulty. That is a strike on the sinker. 88 mile an hour sinker. That is what we're going to start with. Sinker is his primary pitch at 92 on the high side. Slider at 81. Circle change at 87. Cutter at 88. Knuckle curve at 80. The sinker to slider speed change could prove difficult. But a lot of the speeds are... It's not quite the bigger drops that we've seen. It's not similar. It's not as much of... all my words.
Right-hander kick steals.
We've seen much more troubling drops. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal.
Left-hand hitter waits. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Around first, heading for 2.
Automatic double. I was going to try for 3 with Rodriguez. We got a triple with him yesterday that we were unfortunately unable to do anything with. It was a 2-out triple, but
this is Kyle Lewis.
It's a good start there. Cutter left in the... It's outside. Just take a nice deep breath here. We're good. We have tremendous speed over on second, so might be able to poke something through and get a run. Oh, that was late. I always have the green light with Kyle Lewis. Don't you worry, buddy.
he's just going to have to battle.
It's inside. We're good.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Ooh, wow.
And 1 out now.
Late on that one?
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball. And
We're going to stay. We're going to stay. We're going to stay.
And that could bring in a run. Stop sign goes up.
It won't, unfortunately. 86 speed, actually. It's a little, he's faster than I realized.
Swing it on the first pitch. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now batting Mitch Haniger.
Even if that was a strike, that's a fine take right there.
Rodriguez on third. Marte over at first with 1 away. Next pitch is outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's fine.
Next offering is downstairs.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. Hitters count.
The pitch. And a
easy walk. Okay. All right.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Jp Crawford gets a chance to hit. And he swings.
Slider really dropped on me.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
The 0-1. On the ground, right side. Slides.
No, we'll stay. He's in
safely at second.
That's a good thing I stayed. He threw it a little up the line, but he threw it toward third base, so he might have been able to spin around and tag him. We've seen that bite us before. Nice play by Crawford just to get some form of contact there. A little too aggressive on that first pitch.
Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now batting Brian Hayes.
Damn it. Slider is really giving me trouble here because it looks so good and then just drops. I'm not adjusting.
1 out, base is full.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That one ripped.
Grand slam, Brian Hayes. Break out the rye bread mustard grandma. It's a grand salami. Let's fucking go. Here we go. Brian Hayes bringing in a bunch of runs. 5 spot in the first for the Mariners. That is a knuckle curve that got crushed. Everybody just kind of hung out on base. It's 404 on the distance.
Abraham Toro.
Oh, not enough there. Just laid on that sinker.
Puts it away for the out.
2 down. Where's 77? Where are you going, buddy? He's like, yeah, going back to the dugout. And all his teammates are like, we're not going back yet.
So here's Murphy now.
We have to go back.
Having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected.
That's a really solid home run from me. It's righty on righty. So the pitcher typically has a little bit of an advantage. But I made sure that I was kind of pulling the thumbstick down a little bit, kind of cheating toward that bottom section. I was looking too hard for. I was looking too hard for a pitch that was going to get missed, a little bit of a hanger. And you might be able to. That one is going to. Oh!
Get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Ooh, darn it! That was. That's a sucky way to lose it. Almost another home run. But a good adjustment. I cheated a little bit low. I was looking for something that he was going to miss up high. And he probably did leave that one as a little bit of a hanger, kind of like the fastball I threw yesterday in that top of the 8th inning that just kind of sailed on me just a little bit and got enough. The hitter was able to get enough of it to get out of the park. But Hey, a good inning. Most importantly, that was a really bad circle change. Stop me if you've heard that before. A bad circle change pitch by me.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Couldn't get any air under it, but he slid that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it. And just no
not
chance
pitching well here. Okay, gotta settle down. Slow down. We have a 5-run lead here.
Lets that one go for a ball. The next offering misses. Now 2-0. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that.
That's fine. That's fine. Didn't even try for one. 91 speed. It was going to be a tight play. And in the first place, we're good. We're all good.
And at first, here's the catcher, Yohel Pozo.
Another really bad circle change.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot.
Two pitches of similar style here. We're going to see a lot of stuff low in the zone.
And now the lefty. Liner to second and picked on the hop.
There we go. There we go. Nice play.
We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the M spot.
Pop this light on.
The Rangers nothing.
Get into that crispy, beautiful fall weather. Feeling good about that. Big fan of that.
Back in Seattle, here's the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Leading up for the Mariners, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
And that one clips the
Sinker.
corner.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
Threw 26 pitches in the last inning. Obviously gave up the grand slam. The biggest thing, and I think this is what I was going to say before I probably interrupted myself. The biggest thing is that we got runs out of that bases loaded scenario. We didn't ground into a double play. We were able to at least drive one in. Got a walk. Doesn't always have to be a grand slam, but you know, even a 2-run, a 2-ribby double, something like that. That's still an effective use of runners on base and runners in scoring position.
The 1-2. The other way.
Just late on that one. They bring in any sort of pitcher that throws higher 90s, I'm going to be in trouble.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. Now the left fielder, Alberto Rodriguez.
Alberto Rodriguez led off with a double.
Swing and a ball popped up. That gets down for a hit.
It's a base hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And stepping in for the Mariners, Kyle Lewis. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit.
Stop.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the
We are getting into the bullpen already.
The Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Dane Dunning out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher.
Wow. Wow. Already, huh?
Nick Tropiano. And we'll see how he performs in this situation with his team down big.
Nick Tropiano.
Oh, those are his stats, by the way.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. 4th in the American League in batting average this year.
Four seam is at 93, a slider at 80, splitter at 83, a changeup at 84, two seam at 93. And that is immediately into a double play, and that is exactly what you want.
Double play, and the inning is over. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the M spot.
Literally a perfect call.
Rangers nothing.
A one-pitch double play. Got to capitalize. Got to keep the pressure
Back at
on.
T-Mobile Park, on to the third inning. Here's the center fielder,
Leading off for the
Adolis
Rangers.
Garcia.
The center fielder,
That pitch in for a
Adolis.
strike. That's strike one.
Garcia.
Kicks and fires. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Good eye right there. Here comes a pitch. Bounced up the middle. And it gets by him.
I think that's more of a bad route on my part.
And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hit 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Next off,
Cole Calhoun had a game yesterday.
Garcia on at first, nobody out.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Oh my
Stays
God.
alive.
That sinker was awful. Got a little anxious on that one.
This guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Double play ball to second to Crawford for one. And they get
There we
it
go.
easily.
Second time we've been able to turn a double play with a speedier runner on second and a pretty slow guy on first, making those double plays a lot easier to turn.
Here's Bubba
When those
Thompson.
speedy guys are going, it's like it just feels like it takes the initiator so long to get the process started.
First offering misses the mark. And he deals. On the ground, right side. Frazier handles. Gets it
There
to
we go.
first.
Okay.
Third out, and that ends
We
the
have been
frame.
giving up some hits, but we've been able to turn some double plays and get out of this situation. I think we've turned a double play in every inning.
And welcome
I mean,
back.
at least
Bottom of the
innings 2 and
So
3.
now
I don't know
it's
about the
Mariner cleanup
first
hitter.
inning.
Mitch
For the
Haniger.
Mariners, the right fielder,
Normally, I'm on the opposite side of this, down 5-0, just hitting into double play after double play. Okay. 4-seam at 93, slider at 80, splitter at 83, changeup at 84, 2-seam at 93. So if the off speed's relatively similar, and the
The wind and the pitch. Called strike right there.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down
the
Main Street.
fastballs are going to
Probably
be
not going to see a better pitch to hit.
the same. That was a big miss right there.
Righty delivers. And fouled off.
Okay, fouled that one away.
Righty to the plate.
Ooh,
Foul
lucky
off.
that one, yeah.
Couple sliders
Cole Calhoun
away,
snaps
gets the
hitless
hitter to
0 for
really
24
start
streak with a
looking and even
4-hit
leading out
performance.
over the plate.
Oh my
Susceptible with the
God.
two-seamer here. Let's see what he throws.
And a pitch.
Ooh,
Foul ball,
don't get
he
there, don't
stays
get there, don't
alive.
get there. Just 4-seam and just a slider.
The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air.
I think, unfortunately,
Calhoun
a pretty
drifts
easy
towards
fly.
it, makes the grab. One down.
up next for Seattle, the shortstop, Jp.
And now for Seattle, Jp Crawford.
That's a big long at bat.
In there, and it's 0-1. One down, base is empty. And that one Wrapped foul. 0-2 now. Just misses with that one.
Probably should have been a strikeout right there. I don't know that that's even a very good take in the first place. You don't want to put the ump in the position where he's going to call you out on strikes on a halvesy.
They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Key Bryant. Hey.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Key Brian Hayes.
Key Brian Hayes 1 for 1 with a grand salami.
First pitch, and he just misses. And the right-hander deals. Late with the swing there.
Damn
I
it.
think he was sitting off speed there.
Really lucky to get a piece of that.
Out towards right center field.
Ah, darn.
Racing over to make
Stayed up in the air a little
1,
too
2,
long.
3, go the Mariners. They hold a 5-0 lead.
How important is it going to be that I hit a grand slam rather than a 2-run double or a bases clearing double?
Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi with Chris
We'll
Singleton and set to lead off the
Leading off
fourth,
the Texas,
Nathaniel Lowe.
The first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
And the pitch. There's the strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Left-hand hitter waits. Taps softly to the right side. He'll do it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Corey Seager.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And
Ooh, yuck. I knew it. As soon as it left my hand, it was that was bad. That was bad.
That one is out of here. Corey Seager goes deep. His 32nd of the year. And they slice into the lead. It's 5-1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get
Yeah,
away with making
really,
a mistake
really
like
bad.
that. And right there,
Now batting,
he made him
the
pay.
second baseman.
Here is Marcus Semien. First pitch just misses.
All right. No big deal. Just wipe it away.
At the belt and fires. That's hard hit in the line.
Okay, we're losing a little bit here.
Catch, and there's
Settle
three.
down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly
batting,
all over it,
third
but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Lifted in the air, right center field. Lewis sizes this one up, makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Okay, so we give up the solo home run. Hey, no big deal. No big deal.
5-1.
That's just a really bad pitch. As soon as I saw it leave the hand and how like, like caution, this could go wrong.
Welcome back, bottom 4, and stepping in for the Mariners, Abraham
Leading
Toro.
up for the Mariners, the first
The wind of the
baseman,
pitch.
Abraham
0-1.
Toro.
The wind to kick the pitch.
There we go. Shoot one through the gap a little
Off to
bit there, huh?
Start with a leadoff knock.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great
The
results
catcher,
lately.
number
Nice
2.
job of driving that
500
ball.
over his last 24 at bats.
They take so
Pretty
many
good.
reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That fourth pitch was a missed home run.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. And no movement on the bases. It's ball one. Toro aboard here at first with nobody out.
Oh,
Softly third base side.
I'll probably just go to
Bunt.
first. Yeah,
One
that's.
out in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah. At least move the run over. Mercifully, it wasn't a double play thanks to Toro having enough
Here's
speed.
Adam Frazier.
The second baseman, Adam.
Really early on a changeup way outside.
Ground ball right side. Simeon gloves it. Whips it to first. Frazier retired.
That was way too aggressive.
So the batting order turns over. And stepping in is the speedy Alberto Rodriguez. Swings through that one.
Thank goodness I didn't make contact there. I mean,
Runner at
maybe
third,
he's able to
2
get
away.
there with his 86 speed, but
Right side.
that'll shoot a run in. Yeah, baby.
Well done.
I'm curious if I'll be able to carry Rodriguez into the playoff roster. I think he was on the squad last year.
And up next for Seattle.
Because they have the September call-ups, and then once you get to the playoffs, it puts you back down to the like regular, or like it's whatever number size roster. And I think we lost him because we had really good speed in the outfield with I think Handiger was a DH. I was like, oh hell yeah, this is fantastic. And then we lost him for the playoffs. I was like, ah crap. But he's a massive 3 for 3 today, including with a give back run right there, push the lead back out to 5, makes that solo home run an extra no big deal. Oh my God!
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Oh, stayed in the air just a little too long. Okay, so we drive in a run. We use 2 outs to move him to third. A nice hit by Rodriguez to drive him home. There you go. That's what you want to see. Ideally, you probably would try and drive him to second or steal, and then 2 outs to manufacture the run, but
I think when you
we're
contemplate
all
him
right.
as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And the 1-0. And a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Swing.
big swing and a miss right there.
And now 1 away.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize
Not the pitch he
what it is,
wanted,
and
so
that's
he
what
wanted a
leads to the
circle
strikeout.
change right there.
In the box now, no balls and a strike.
I hit sinker on accident, but it actually worked out okay.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce.
Okay.
Roll over to Toro, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. First offering and it just
Ooh,
misses.
that's
And a pitch.
That's
There's
a strike? Please? I mean, those are right on top of each other.
And now the lefty. Gonna count
There we
1-2.
go.
The pitch. And now 2-2. The pitch. In the air out towards right center.
Handiger is on it.
Makes it.
I overran that. Or not overran, but I ran that too high.
That is the third out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Rangers. They trail it 6-1.
There we go. This is what I want to see. Just a nice
Ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Light,
Now, here
breezy
is
game.
Ketel Marte.
Well, he's been having a great year this year and hitting home runs at a good clip. And the matchup is very favorable.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And here it comes. Swing and a line drive ball.
Oh, perfect contact, but right to the defender.
Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners. First pitch, and he just misses.
53 home runs is not only first on the Mariners, it's best in the majors. Well, at least the American League. I'd imagine it's best in the majors.
Anything down the heart of the plate, you may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And a pitch. This one
Waste.
popped up.
Waste.
Simeon, as this one
Fucking
sized up,
waste.
snags it for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jp Crawford.
2 outs, base is empty. And now for Seattle, Jp Crawford. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And he
Bad
swings
swing.
and misses at the initial offering. The wind of the pitch. Out to short. On the run, throw to first. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Well, that's such a routine play. Probably makes that throw accurately 99 out of 100 times, or even better. But that one just got away from him a little bit, and he couldn't stay on the bag at first.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Brian Hayes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Crawford, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Kicks and fires. Oh, and he hit it.
Now, Boog, I'll tell you firsthand, retired players, we miss a lot of things about playing the game in our playing days, but getting drilled by a pitch like that usually isn't something we talk about.
And first offering is fouled off. First and second, 2 down.
Oh,
In the air, pretty deep out to center field.
gross.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Mariners leave a couple. They still lead it, though, 6-1. Back at T-Mobile Park, here's Cole Calhoun.
Feeling pretty efficient with the pitches today. 57 going into this inning.
That misses, and it's 1-0. And a pitch. Smash to the left side. Hayes to first. They go 5-3 for the first out as the third baseman makes the play from the shortstop spot in the shift. Bounced out to short, and that's a base hit.
Little shift beater right there.
Now with 1 away.
We're all right.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. First pitch just misses.
That's okay. Not really wanting to give that spot a right then.
And a good eye there. The pitch.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
In for a strike. Now 3-1.
That's a bad sinker right there.
And he deals. Grounder might be 2. 1 at second. What a double.
Yes.
that was.
Wow. There we go. Get out of it, Gonzalez. It's at least 3 through 6 innings. Very, very good. One thing that they need to add in the next game is the computer challenging calls. We have the option to challenge the calls, but we don't ever see the computer do it.
At this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And welcome back. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the Mariners.
Okay, so now we're going to see that, what I was talking about, that higher speed on the fastball. 97 on a fastball, 96 on a sinker. We haven't seen that all day. Got to try and adjust to that. 86 on the sinker, 90 on a circle change.
And that's outside.
When he throws it way outside, it's pretty easy to just take a ball there.
Pat, a right-hander, loosening up as well. The wind of the pitch. That one out to right. Calhoun gets under.
I mean, good timing on it, but that's a bad pitch to swing at.
Now batting, the second baseman, Adam.
So digging in, Adam Frazier. And that's in there for strike 1.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Swing and a ball popped up.
Looping, there we go. A little bloop shot. Not surprised that I'm late on it. A little surprised that that worked as a hit, but no problemo.
Here's a speed threat. Alberto Rodriguez for the 4th time tonight. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Frazier leads off first with 1 away.
Oh, that's... You should be able to beat that out, yeah. Oh, that'll go down as a fielder's choice, so he'll be 3 for 4 on the day. Now we're going to bring up a big power guy.
Throw over to first. Throws it away.
No one go anywhere.
And it's fouled away.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Ooh, gross.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
I've not been really feeling it with Kyle Lewis, which is weird because I have 2 solo home runs with him in this series. That's a terrible strikeout. They're just awful. Put myself in a bad position and then just chased a really terrible slider. I've been late with him throughout this this series, and that's even with 2 solo home runs. Today especially, I've seen a lot of really bad swings and misses with Kyle Lewis. Obviously my fault, you know. No one to blame but myself. I'm the one playing the game.
Gonzalez back to work. And a foul ball left side.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Next pitch is popped up. Calls it in, and there's 1 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Marcus Semien.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
That's a bad pitch right there.
And the pitch. That one to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Up next for the Rangers, Andy Ibanez. And that one handled. Tosses to first, and that is that.
All right.
And the Rangers set down.
That'll do it. A quick little 7th, top of the 7th there, and we're kind of in cruise control, just moving along through this one. Really happy that I was obviously able to get on the board with big numbers early in the game. I don't always love the like one big inning sort of thing, but I like that I was able to at least splice in another run later in the game. We gave up the solo home run to Corey Seager, got it right back in the bottom and half of that inning, so we're good.
Baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Four seam at 95, a slider at 85, a splitter at 87. Slider at 83 on that
so
one.
Good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Next offering misses. 2-1. Up the middle. Over to Lowe. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, the right fielder.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mitch Haniger. In there for strike 1.
Should think about getting a bullpen arm up here. We used Justin Dunn yesterday. Steckenrider got knocked around a little bit. Casey Sadler's a good arm. Maybe work with a Swanson. Maybe try and get Gonzalez through one more inning. Get him through that top half of the 8th, then we can bring in one for the 9th. Not a save situation, hopefully. But we do have Paul Seabald available to us. I'd like to give a big shout out to the Arizona Diamondbacks, who we're going to get a short sweep over the Houston Astros. I went through like 3 different, I wanted to say Texans, Rangers.
1 for 3. First pitch, and he just misses. Inside, just missed.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. Better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
The next pitch misses, and it's 3-0. Righty delivers. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Come back to the mound. Simeon picks it up.
Save.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. To me, this is just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Abraham Toro up next for the Mariners. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that one gets down, fair ball. The throw is
all right. There we go. A little 2-out magic, a little 2-out damage right there.
Oh, he didn't get much of that.
Take advantage of the
like a line drive in the box score tomorrow.
And that extra
right there, and
extra out that we got.
Play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
First and second, 2 down. Tom Murphy up next for the Mariners. And that's in there for strike 1. And the right-hander deals.
Ooh, that's a good.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Next pitch is inside, and it's 1-2. 2 on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
That slider. Way too late on that one. Hey, drove in a run, though. Got a little lucky with the hit location on that one. And got a little lucky. Probably should have ground into out number 3 there, but a little slow on the turn, and we were able to, with 2 outs, get really aggressive on the base paths and just send everybody.
Leading off for the Rangers, the left fielder.
The pitch.
Leody.
And there's the strike. The pitch. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and push Gonzalez through 8 here.
Left
that was
field. Rodriguez
pretty rough.
Underneath it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Up next for the Rangers, the catcher.
Yohel Pozo stepping in for the Rangers. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And here it comes. There's a strike.
Man, he is just dialed in right
Probably
now.
raising that on the mound.
Pitch thrown with so much conviction.
The 0-2. Slow roller to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Adolis.
2 outs, base is empty.
Garcia.
And now the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. That one's in there, 0-1. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Up against
There we go. Haniger with a terrific play at the wall. 7-1.
7-1.
As we go to the bottom half of the 8th. This is one of those innings where it's kind of like, you know what, let's just, even if it's a 3-pitch inning, you can just get out of here.
Deficit here, but he's still got a job to do.
He has a really good ERA, 56 games, 5-3 record, 62 innings with a 1.59 ERA. That's good stuff.
Adam Frazier.
For the Mariners, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Here comes a pitch. That's in for a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
And now the 0-1. In the air, left field. A little bloop single. And that turns the lineup over.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got
It was back to back. Oh no, it was the first one was a slider. Makes sense. I was a little late on the
Alberto Rodriguez.
sinker. That one will get over his head.
Just kind of sliced that one into center. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Lewis. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Frazier over at second. Rodriguez on at
Secret
first
95 slider at 89. 4-seam at 95. 12-6 curve at 84.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Runner from second crosses.
All right,
the
and that'll
plate.
be a little ribby single right there. Nobody out.
He wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done.
There we go. Got to get into a groove with Kyle Lewis. We're getting the hits that I would love to have just had one of in yesterday's game. To maybe try and stretch that lead out, get it a little bit closer. Maybe I forget exactly when that triple was.
Line drive, base hit right center field. Rodriguez around third, and it bangs up against the wall.
No, we'll stop him at third.
Runner holds at third, so just one across on the.
I was a little delayed on that. Did not realize it was going to get all the way to the wall there.
Back in because he's going to come barrel around first. He's going to put pressure on you if you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry.
Kind of gave me the motion I've given a lot of teams. It probably should have been a two-run
getting thrown into the
Two ribby knock right there, but that's all right. Joe Barlow coming in. He has a nearly 7 ERA. Now righty's going to face Mitch Haniger with a 4-seam at 96, a slider at 88, 12-6 curve at 81.
First offering misses the mark. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. On the ground to third. Ibanez over to pick it up. Low throw, and he can't take it out.
Oh my God.
That one really hurts.
Wow, that really hurts.
And that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
So after the error, it's runners at first and second. And up next for Seattle, Jp Crawford.
Shortstop, JP.
Outside.
And it just misses.
Hey, hopefully this is a get-right game. We're setting ourselves up for an interesting Game 3 in this series. I'll talk more about it at the end of this game. We'll take a look at that National League wild card as well.
Next pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. And the righty deals.
Ooh, okay.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Left-hand hitter waits. In the air out to center. Garcia settles under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Key Bryant.
Here's the third baseman, Key Bryant Hayes. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He steps on the bag. They get him, but it was pretty close.
Is that really? I don't think we get challenges here in the bottom of the 8th. That was a weird play right there.
The first baseman,
Abraham Toro up next for the Mariners. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another score.
What is happening?
2 runs in on the play.
How?
They extend their lead.
How are we doing this right now? Where was any of this yesterday?
Drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Still 2 down now, and here is Tom Murphy.
now batting, the catcher, John.
And he swings and misses, and it's nothing in 1.
Probably would have drove that one into the ground, but
Righty to the plate. In the air, left side.
you know what? We're not even going to bring in. We're not going to bring in a bullpen arm. We're going to let Gonzalez
So 5
ride.
runs in the inning as they bat around through 8 full. It's the Mariners 12 and the Rangers 1.
Both teams have had explosive first innings. Obviously, they had the 3 in the first yesterday. We had 5 in the first today. Calhoun is absolutely crushing what I'm trying to do against him. My God.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And now Bubba Thompson in there, and it's 0-1. And a pitch. Turned on, but foul. Wide
Not really sure why we're getting away from our bread and butter here, which is the low and slow.
It's going to really have to bear down.
That one misses in the dirt. Liner caught it second.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Next up for Texas, Nathaniel Lowe. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. And the lefty with the 0-1. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Fires over to first.
That'll end the hitting streak, so that's good news. So we gave up 2 solo home runs. Lefty on lefty, which is a little surprising. But overall, a good performance here. Defensively, it's been fine. Offensively, has been obviously a lot better because we scored 12 runs. Got a little help in the form of like some errors, a walk, hit batter, that sort of thing. But
takes the turn. He's digging for second. Crawford with a relay throw, not in time. He's got a double.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch, lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. His shoulder stayed square to the plate and didn't try to pull off that ball at all, and that's why it jumped off the bat.
Next one just misses.
Just missed on that. Damn it.
Runner leads away at second. On the ground, out to short.
Crawford. Okay. All right, 12-2. Here's the bonus part about the 2 home runs that we gave up today. The first one was like 100% my fault. It was a terrible pitch. And I knew it as soon as I left the hand. I was like, well, this is... If this gets hit, it's going far, and it did. The one for Calhoun kind of just feels like he's got us figured out. We bookend it. 5 in the first, 5 in the 8th. Don't even have to bat in the 9th, obviously. A couple of nice
Thanks for joining us.
little singles there in the middle there to stretch it from a 5-run lead back to a 5-run lead because we gave up the solo home run, but out to 7-1 and able to kind of do that. Have the big run innings, have those big explosive innings, but then also pepper in a couple extra. That's pretty good. Would have loved maybe one of those innings in yesterday's game. We had yesterday's game. I felt like we had it in the bag and we just couldn't secure it. But hey, we got it today. 12-2, your final. Key Brian Hayes, your player of the game, 2 for 4 with a home run, 4 ribbies, that grand salami, and obviously the run scored. Toro, 3 for 5. He had a double with 3 ribbies. He scored as well. Alberto Rodriguez was 4 for 5 with a double, a ribby. He scored twice, and even the 4 for 5, he still got on base because of his speed. It was just a fielder's choice. Ketel Marte, 2 for 5, a double, a ribby, scored twice. Dane Dunning gets the loss. He gave up 5 in 1.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Marco Gonzalez, your winner today, 9 innings of 7 hit ball, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 earned on 2 solo shots, 1 from Corey Seager, 1 from Cole Calhoun. Mariners we're gonna put ourselves in an interesting position here going into game number 3 of this series. Like I talked about before the game, the Astros have tomorrow off. The Astros lost today. So here's what can happen. We can extend that to a beautiful, okay, that's fine. They'll be taking on the Rough Riders. Oh, okay, cool. Great. It's fantastic. We have a 2.5 game lead over the Houston Astros. A win tomorrow obviously helps us win this series against the Rangers, a team we should probably be performing better against. But it pushes us to a 3-game lead with a victory. But a loss, we shrinks down to a 2-game lead in the division. What's interesting about that is we'll only have 3 games remaining in the season. We'll just have to win one when they lose one, and we can eliminate them, get the American League West crown, and all of this drama will have been for nothing, as we would still have what I wanted, which was a playoff series rather than a wild card game. Now, we're going to take a look here at the calendar. We will face Texas, and then we will face face the Athletics for 3 games. If we take a quick peek here at Houston, they get Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, a much better team than the Oakland Athletics. However, we did struggle against Oakland in Oakland last time around. Tampa Bay hovering around 500. Athletics almost 30 games below 500. So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Tomorrow's game has a lot riding on it. As we take a look at the standings here, their elimination number is actually 2, which is a kind of more surprising. Maybe we can just get it down to 1, but I think because I can still get swept and they can still win all 3. We just need one off day where we win and they lose. We can wrap it up. We're 40-32 in the division. We're 44-33 at home. We're actually a little stronger away from home. Those numbers will even up by the end of the season, but away we're 15 games over 500. At home, we're only 11 games over 500. We can improve that if we win the last 4. If we win out, we can get it to an even 48-33 both home and away. Excuse me. During the day, we're 36-21. At night, we are 56-45. Interesting set of circumstances going into tomorrow's game. I'm very excited. I'm hoping to build off the momentum of this game. I want to feel good, get going into this final series against the Athletics. I want to wrap up the American League West. I want that series. The American League wild card, 2.5 games separate the Yankees and the Angels. They are the only 2 teams that can get that playoff spot. Both teams have given me trouble, so that is a bit of a worry. Obviously, the Astros have given me trouble as well, but they're already locked in. Won't worry about them right now. Mets and Braves, interesting situation there. Only 1 game separates the Braves from the Mets. The elimination number 3 for New York. Cardinals clinched the NL Central. Dodgers have had the West for a while. In the wild card, the Padres are 1.5 games out behind the Mets and the Brewers. The Cubs are 3.5 out. They're 1 game away from elimination. But the Padres, they're going to hang around for a little bit. This one, I think, was closer yesterday. I think the Padres or maybe the Mets, one of the teams was only like a 1/2 game out, and the Cubs, I think, were a little bit closer as well. But that's what happens. In the American League East, Blue Jays are division winners. White Sox division winners. Mariners and Astros potential division winners. I felt like there was something else I was going to look at. Oh, that, let's see. Atlanta? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that is exciting. That's very exciting. Huh. Atlanta and New York play each other basically for the division. Was it the National League East? The Mets would have to win 2, presumably. They have a better division record. So the Mets would have to win the series. That would put them both at 89 and 73. Cool. We'll see how we'll have to keep an eye on that and see how that goes. Anyway, I'm out of here. That's our post-game wrap-up. A lot of interesting stuff going on. Actually hasn't been as thrilling as I thought a finish it would be. But looks like whoever wins the NL East will just win the NL East, and the other team will probably just go to the wild card. So, I mean, you want to win the division, but we'll see what happens. Elimination number is 2 for the Houston Astros. Hopefully we can knock that down to 1, maybe tomorrow, and continue our hot offensive, streaking offense. I'm a little worried if the difficulty goes up again, I'm going to start to struggle again. So that's kind of in the back of my head. That's why I would like to win basically the next 2 and try and eliminate them as quickly as possible. Win it out and just go. John Gray is on the mound tomorrow for the Texas Rangers. 10-13 with a 3.95 ERA. Chris Flexen, 11-11 with a 3.43. Shout out to Halo. A 3.43 ERA, as the rubber match of the series will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So if you want to see that, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you're notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for Game 3 of this series as we wind down the regular season. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Oh, good sports, go Mariners. That's what I usually say.